Hello friends, welcome to the Angular form tutorial. In this tutorial, we will see how to put a validation on the template driven form. In the previous tutorial, we have seen like how to create a template driven form in Angular 8. So if you didn't watch, I recommended you please go to the part 2 of this tutorial series so we can learn or get to know more about the validation in the template driven form. So basically the validation on a form is very important, which is protect us to the unwanted data to be inserted into the database or any other places where you want to insert your proper data. And basically the Angular contains some common valuator keyword like required, max length, minimum length, email. We only need to add these keyword to the control, like some already keywords is given by the Angular 8. uh, those keywords we can use to validate our data. Like there are some which I have mentioned, like ng valid, that is used to check that all the control has the valid value or not value. And opposite to this we can check like invalid, and same goes to touch and untouch. Like if you have click on any control and came out without entering any data, then it will give us in the true or false. So in similar way these are the control. And suppose if you have touch to a control and come out, but and after that you want to show some red color on the border of this element, then this is the CSS command which we can use, like input ng invalid. Like if it is a invalid data and ng touched or and it is a touched, then you make it like border color red. So let's understand all these required parameter given by the Angular, and we'll see how it works. So basically this is the form which we have created in the previous tutorial. So first let's run it and see on the browser that what it is showing to us and what we have created. So basically we created a student info. Sorry, we have given wrong command here, ng sir. So what we did, we created one form like which was content like name and the age and the address, and we were showing all this information on the browser, and we were checking how on the submit button we were calling one component, and we were saving the data into the console.log file. So in this application we will see like how to put that record on the validation. Like what we will do, when we will click on this name or age or address, if anything we don't enter anything, then it should show one validation message, or it should give a one red color to this text box, like this is a not valid data. So let's start to doing that. So first what we have to do, first we have to make the control like required. Like first we have to make it like this is a required one. So what we have to do, we have to write required, and next what we have to do, like after this required and next we have to make this one required. Like we will make on two control as a required, like these are to the required text box which need to be entered before submitting the control. And what we want, if these are required and when we come out from this control and without entering anything, these borders should be in red color. So what we will do, we will create a one CSS as I shown on the screen. Like so I have already mentioned that. So what I will do, I will copy this one and I will paste it here. So as I told, like this is a input. On the input we are going to do that validation ng invalid. If it is a invalid and ng touched and it is touched, so like invalid means we are not giving any data, then only it show all these means this red color. So let's save it and see on the browser now. So it's loading now. We have given the validation for name and the age. When I click on this and will come out without entry anything, we can see the border is showing in red, but still we can click on the submit info. Like I can click on it and it is saving data. So what I can do, I can make this button is valid, or we can say this button is enable only when there is a valid data, then only it enables. So we can click on it. So what I will do, I will take one property of this student like disable. There is a one property of this disable, and this property is disable until this student info dot valid. Like this submit button is disable is when there is a student info is a not valid. We have make it as a not valid. So student info is not valid, then make this control as a disable. So let's see on the browser now. So what error is giving? Disable. Let's save it. So basically it is not, it is a disabled. Now let's save it and see on the browser. We can see like it is showing all the name, and we can see this button is disabled, it is not enabled, and we enter and we come out, we are not able to click on this. Now let's enter anything like ms, and see still it is not enabled, but when I enter like 12, we can see it got enabled. So that is the way we can make this button as the disable also. So these are the parameter. Now my next requirement is like I want a message like if I give anything wrong to this name, under this there should be a message like give enter your name. So what I will do, so making for that, what I have to take, first I have to take a one local variable. So what I will take, hash name, and the name type is again ng model only. So ng model. Now what I have to do, inside this I will take one div, like that message I will show in the div, like error message I will show in the div. So inside the div, what I will check star ng if, like ng if, what I will check inside ng if, like name dot touched, like if name is touched and name dot valid, and what I will check if name is not valid. What is that meaning? Like we have clicked on this, like we have clicked here but we didn't enter anything, and means that is not valid, it didn't enter anything, means if it is not valid, then what we will show, we will show an error message like enter name. We will show this message. Now let's save it and see on the browser. So it's loading. Now we can see, and I will come out and it is saying like enter name. So we can see like enter name. So this is the way to show a validation message on the browser. So these are the thing, through this we can manage our validation on our browser. Now what I will do, I will take one more control, and that control is email ID, like we will check for the proper email ID. So what I will do, I will take one proper ID. So we can see on the browser, these control does not have any labels, like we didn't give any label. So what I will do, for your understanding purpose, I will take label. So we will see how we can manage label also. So I will take label, and in this label what I will write, email, simple. I will take one email, and under this what I will do, I will take one. So basically this email we are taking for a control. So what I will do, I will take this one under a div. So first, like from group div, because this is also a control, so we have to make it that way. So div, inside that we will take one email label, and inside that I will take one input parameter, and that input parameter we will take as a text type, but will make it as a email ID. We are making it for the email ID, so I will take it as a text. So that is for the text. And next what we have to do, we have to make the class form control. So we have to make it, and this one is also same like placeholder, then name also we have to give. So these thing I will copy and paste it here. And here what I will do, like we have to show the name like this one, enter name. So I will take a one parameter, sorry, for this one as I explained, like we have to take a one normal one local variable, and we have to take this local variable of ng model. So what I will do, so before that, as I explained, like ng model is required for the form control. I will copy it and I will take the local variable also, and I will save it, and I will change this name as a email. Now what I do, like here what we have written, here we have written required field, but I'm not using required field here. What I will do, instead of writing that required field, what I will do, I will take, there we took div, here I will take span, and in this span what I will write, I will take one class, and the class type will be the text danger, and inside this I will say like I will take star ng if, like I'm taking ng if, and we are, when we will show this message like email dot touch, email dot touched, or what I will take, like this submit student info dot submitted like this email is touched, like we have click on the control and student info submitted anything, and email dot errors dot required. Here I am taking as a required. If this is the condition, then we have to throw a message called email is required. So this is the case. So what we have done here, we have taken one condition like email is touched, or we have click on the student info, like without entering anything we have click on this, and this is required, and it is a required. Then what we have to do, we have to make it as a email is required. Like here I have used this question mark. What is the meaning of question mark is, like if this error is not null, then only access this required parameter. Like in C# also we have seen this is used to check the null value. Like what I am checking here, if error is not null, then only access this. If it is a null, then return from here, don't access this. So this is the way. So what I am checking here, email dot error is required. If it is given required, like I don't given the required field to this, so it will not throw this message. So now I will write it here required. To making this understandable, I didn't write it before, so now we'll make it as a required field. So this is basically for mandatory. Now I'll take another span, and inside this what I will write, I will write class, and that only text danger, and inside this I will write star ng if, And here what I will do, I'll take a one condition like ngif equal to email dot touch and email dot errors dot email. Then what it show, please give proper email ID. Like here I have checked for the required, here I have checked for the email, like this email should be proper email. So for that what I have to use, I have to use here like email. So this is the thing which we have done here for the email ID. And one more thing, here we have to give the name like email, and here we have to write enter your email ID. Now let's save it and now see on the browser. So we can see it is compiled successfully. Now let's see on the browser. So we can see on the browser it is showing the label, like for these three control we didn't added any email, sorry, any label, so it is not showing, but we added for this one under this under this div we added a one label, and here we have given like if I click here and without entering anything I come out, so what it is showing, email ID is required. Now what I do, if I give the wrong email ID, like, so it is saying please give proper email ID, but when I write @ and Gmail and it went, like if I am not giving anything, it is showing give proper email ID, and like this it is saying correct. So this is the way to manage this email ID. Like if I come out and if I do it F5 again, now if I click on student info, like now I have disabled it, that's why it is not showing message for email ID like it should give. Otherwise when we'll click on this submit info, it will show that email ID is mandatory. So that is the way of managing and validating the things on the controls. Like we can add this validation message as a pattern matching also, and we can take radio button also, and on the radio button also we can manage. So basically this is the way of handling validation on the template driven forms. So that is all about, like currently we are using ng valid even, and we have put the not equal to, even we can use ng invalid, means equal to ng invalid. So not equal to this is basically equal to the ng invalid. So like it is our wish how we want to use this control. So so that is all about the validation in the template driven form. If you have any question, please comment. Thank you.